Hello everyone and welcome to the class. My name is Audrey and today we'll be having another vocab lesson on idioms. Okay, so we've been growing and growing our idiom library. Here's another 12 idioms, and hopefully some of them you've seen before, some of them are new to you. Today we'll practice using them in sentences as well as trying to understand the meaning. Okay, so we're going to look at example sentences and try to find out what these idioms mean in the context. Okay, so right now is our premium period. Those of you who are premium members can go ahead and join now. And in just a moment, everybody will be able to join. Okay, so again, today we're going over idioms. And all of the idioms that I've chosen, I always try to choose the most useful idioms, the ones that I use every day. So we have 12 really common American English idioms, ones that we all use both informally and formally. Okay, if you have any questions about the usage or the meaning, the context, or anything about any of these idioms that we go over, please do ask. Even if you are in the chat, I'll try to see your questions and answer your questions. Okay, and in just a moment, I think everybody will be able to join. So let's see who we have now. We have Hassan. I might be saying your name wrong.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Sorry?
How are you?
Stereo.
Okay, there's a little bit of microphone troubles. I can't hear you very well. Can you hear me?
Fine, thanks.
Okay, very good. I think it's going a little bit slow, but we'll come back to you, okay? So hopefully the connection gets a little bit better. We also have Kay. Welcome, Kay. I think everybody can join now, so go ahead and join. Remember when you do join that you close out the verbling window, okay? So only have this Hangout open so we don't hear any echo. So close out the verbling window and make sure to turn on your microphone, okay? So if you have a lot of background noise, keep your microphone off, but in order to talk, you need to turn on your microphone. Okay, so let's see. First we have Darman, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
Great, it's nice to see you. So I'm going to ask you, where are you from? And also, could you tell us a recent idiom that you've learned?
I'm from Kazakhstan.
Okay.
Do you know?
Very good, very good. And have you learned any idioms recently?
Idioms. Like I don't have it.
That's okay. That's okay. It's okay.
No,
sometimes it's hard to remember. But I hope that after this class you have learned several new ones. Okay? Very good. Let's see. We also have, is it Daveen? How are you? Are you there, Daveen, or is it David? Okay, you might need to turn on your microphone.
Hello?
So unmute the microphone. There you are, maybe. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. How are you?
thanks. Nice to see you.
Great, nice
Fine,
to see
thanks.
you as well. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is David. I'm from Augsburg, Germany.
Okay, very good. Welcome. And today we're talking about idioms. So have you learned any idioms recently that you could share with the class?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's okay, because by today you will have, okay?
Perfect.
Excellent. So nice to see you. Okay, we also have, let's see, Dia. How are you, Dia?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Great, it's nice to see you. And tell
Nice
us
to
where
see you
you're
too.
from.
Yeah, from Cairo, Egypt.
Okay, very good. And what about an idiom? What's a recent idiom that you've learned?
Actually, I have a lot of idioms. I knew it. When pigs fly, out of the question, a cat got your tongue.
Okay, excellent,
Yes,
excellent.
yes. I have some, a package of idioms.
Mm-hmm. So pick one of your favorites that you've learned and tell us what it means.
Okay. Actually, I like done deal and out of the question. It's out of the question. And when pigs
Mm-hmm.
fly, yeah, and
Okay,
when pigs fly, I like when pigs fly so much.
that's a
When
good one.
yeah, when there is something is impossible to happen, you can say when
Mm-hmm.
pigs fly, we'll travel to the moon by walking. You can say that.
Right. Perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. So when pigs fly. Okay,
Yes,
excellent. Thank you for sharing those.
thank you.
Let's see. We have Hawani. Welcome, Hawani.
Hello, teacher. How are you?
Great, nice to see you. And tell us where you're from.
I'm from Tunisia.
Okay, great. And what's a recent idiom you've learned?
Sorry, I don't learn the idioms.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Hopefully by today's class you'll have some for us, okay?
How about backseat driver? Is it
Which one, Darman?
backseat driver? Is it idiom?
Oh yeah, a backseat driver. What is a backseat driver?
Oh, as far as I know, it's a person who tells advises, but um, like stupid advice, or let's say.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Or not always just stupid advice, but somebody who's not involved in the situation who's giving
Yeah.
a lot of this advice. So if you think of a car, somebody's driving in the front and you have somebody in the back who's giving directions. So even though the person in the back isn't involved, they're still telling you what to do. Okay, that's a good one, a backseat driver.
I get it.
Let's see. We also have Hussein. Are you there? You might need to unmute your microphone. So I'll come back to you. Okay, we also have Kay. Are you there, Kay? Again, to unmute your microphone, just click that microphone icon above the verb link chat, okay? Are you there, Kay? Okay, we'll come back. We also have me.
Yep.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thanks.
Great, nice
And
to
you?
see you. Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from Vietnam.
Okay, very good, very good. And share with
Yeah.
us a recent idiom that you've learned.
I want to learn because I want to improve my speaking English, and I think that good to know English because my country now open, and with me, I think that I can research a lot of things in internet and can communicate with people around the world. and know it's I know your country and I know your tradition, social, and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I
Okay,
know a lot.
excellent, excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
so
So that's
nice
a
to meet
great
you.
reason to learn English. And of
Yeah,
course, today we'll be studying idioms, which is a really good way to get to know a culture by listening to the idioms and understanding what kind of idioms people use in everyday language.
yeah.
Okay, excellent.
Thank you.
Let's see, we have Saeed. Are you there, Saeed? You might need to unmute your microphone. Okay, we'll come back. And we have Zineb.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing fine. What about you?
Great, nice to see you. Where are you from?
I'm from Morocco.
Okay, excellent. And have you learned any idioms recently?
Yeah, I still remember one. By hook or by crook.
Ah, good. By hook or by crook. And what does it mean, Zineb?
It means, when we want something so badly and want something to happen, like we gonna do it by hook or by crook.
Exactly. Whatever means necessary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect, perfect. So excellent. Thank you all for sharing your idioms. And now we're going to go to the lesson and learn, I think 12. I think it's 12 idioms. Hopefully some of them are new for you. Okay, and we're going to start with this one off the top of one's head. So, oh, I don't think you can see the screen. Oh, here it is. Okay, off the top of one's head. And we're going to start with Darman. Darman, can you read this one for us?
Yes, okay. He asked me to tell him a joke, but I couldn't think of one off the top of my head.
Okay, excellent. So he asked me to tell a joke, but I couldn't think of one. Have you seen this one before, Darman? Off the top of one's head.
Yeah,
So tell us what it means.
it means that you have a joke on your mind, but you can't remember or memorize it.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. So that information, that joke is somewhere in your mind, but you can't come up with it. You can't think of it. Okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so that's what it means off the top of one's head, to remember something instantly. So maybe some of you, when I asked you, do you know any idioms? Well, you do know idioms, but you can't think of them off the top of your head. You can't remember them right now. Okay, very good. Any questions about this one? Everybody clear on this one off the top of one's head?
Hi.
I just want one question here. What are the differences between off and the other off, double off? It's a phrasal verb?
Right, this is a whole idiom, but we have off and of. Remember, they're different. They have different pronunciations. So off the top of one's head.
Of the top of but I couldn't think of one off the top of my head.
Right.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Saeed, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you. Nice to have you.
Nice to meet you.
Excellent. Where are you from?
My name is Said Gudarzi. I'm from Iran.
Okay. Nice to see you. Do you have any questions about this one? Off the top of one's head.
So, excuse me, I'm new in this website.
Okay, no problem, no problem. Welcome to Verbling. Did you have any questions? Have you seen this verb or this idiom before? Off the top of one's head.
Off the top of one's head.
Right. What does it mean?
Off the top of one's head. Yes. I don't know what is it
Okay.
mean.
No problem. Who would like to explain it in the class?
When I can do it.
Okay.
When you say off the top of one's head, it means that we know something, but to remember it at the moment, it's kind of hard. We cannot remember it at the moment, though. That's why we say I cannot think about it off the top of my head. Um,
Exactly. Exactly. So we know something, but we can't think about it or we can't remember it at the moment. Okay? So it says, I couldn't think of it off the top of my head or I couldn't remember it at that moment. Okay? And Patrice in the chat says, something's on the tip of your tongue. On the tip of your tongue. That's another good idiom. Something to be on the tip of your tongue is very similar to this. You know it, but you just can't think of it at the moment. Okay, very good. Did you understand, Saeed?
Actually, no.
That's okay. Maybe we can give one more example. So who could give an example sentence? Who wants to try an example sentence with off the top of one's head?
I was thinking about his name, but I couldn't think. I was thinking.
Okay. The connection got a little bit fuzzy. I couldn't hear, but I think what you said was I was thinking about his name, but I couldn't think of it off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Okay. So somewhere I knew his name, but I just couldn't think of it at that moment. Okay. Okay, good example. So we'll go to the next one, and if you have more questions, we'll answer them as we review at the back. Okay, very good. So there's a lot of background noise. If you would, please mute your microphone if you're having a lot of noise in the background, so we can hear everyone. Okay? So we're going to go next to David. David, would you read us this one?
I'm fed up with my neighbor's dog. To be fed up with something.
Okay, very good. To be fed up. Fed up.
Fed up. Not feed.
So have you heard this one, David? To be fed up with something?
No, I didn't.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So think about it. I'm fed up with my neighbor's dog. So maybe your neighbor's dog is really loud and annoying, and you're just fed up with it. What do you think that could mean, to be fed up with something?
To be done with it.
Right, exactly. To be done with it. To be tired of it.
Maybe,
okay?
Kind of getting angry.
Angry or pissed off.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, perfect, perfect. So you're getting really angry, annoyed, and you're just done with it. You don't want to deal with it anymore. To be fed up with something. Perfect. Questions about this one? Okay, very good, very good. Let's go to the next one. And again, don't be shy to ask any questions. If you don't understand, please ask, and your classmates can help you. Okay, next we have firsthand. Dia, could you read this one?
Okay, I didn't just hear about it, I saw the accident firsthand. Okay, I think it means the first person who who saw the accident?
Okay. Not exactly. You're close. Anybody else? What does it mean firsthand?
I was there when it happened.
Exactly. Exactly. So you saw the accident firsthand. It doesn't mean that you were the first person to see it, but it means you were there when it happened. It was you personally who saw it. Okay, so
Okay.
we use the term secondhand to mean that you just heard about something. So you weren't there, but you heard about it. And that's secondhand information. But firsthand knowledge would be you're actually there. You actually saw it happen.
So second hand hear about it, first hand saw the accident.
Exactly, exactly.
So we can say that I didn't see the accident, but I was second hand.
You would say, I heard about it secondhand.
I heard about it second hand.
Right. So see, here we see I saw it firsthand, meaning you were there. You saw it with your own eyes. And secondhand, you only heard about it. So you would say, I heard about it secondhand. And I'll type that in the chat.
So first hand and second hand depend on seeing and hearing only, not anything,
It's not
other
about
thing.
your eyes and your ears. It's about if you were present, if you were there when it happened.
Okay.
Okay?
Depend about your presence.
Right, your presence. So it means if you were there and you experienced it, or if you just heard about it in the news or from a friend.
Okay, I got it. Thank you.
Very good questions. Other questions about these?
Yeah, second hand means also that I'm buying something that was already used by someone else.
Right, right. So you could say, I bought a dresser secondhand, meaning...
Can I say that first hand is new? No, brand new.
We don't use that so much. Maybe you would be understood, but it's not used so much to say, I bought something firsthand. Okay, but that's a good question. Usually we use the term secondhand, referring to something that has been used before. Okay? And if you really think about it, the meanings are not two different meanings. They're really the same meaning. Because if you have secondhand knowledge, it means that somebody has had that knowledge before. Okay? So you heard about it secondhand, meaning somebody has had that knowledge and now they're giving it to you. It's the same thing with items. Somebody has had those clothes and now you're purchasing them. Okay? Other questions? So let's go next to this one, to get out of hand. To get out of hand. And let me see. Ming, would you read this one for us?
Can we?
To Ming first. Are you there, Ming?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, good. Would you like to read this one?
I really don't know. The party got out of him. I'm sorry, I don't know. Is it to have someone a hand?
To give somebody a hand?
Yeah, to have someone something. Is it?
Right, that's different. To give someone a hand means to help somebody. And that's a good idiom, but it's different. So let's look at this example sentence and see if we can figure out what this means. So it says, the party got out of hand, so we had to call the police. What could happen to the party to make you have to call the police? What do you think? Do you have any ideas, Ming, about the meaning based on the example?
I think they have a quarrel or they fight together and someone needs to come to police to have.
Right. So they could have some sort of fight. So to get out of hand means to get...
Yeah.
Go ahead. Did you want to say it?
Yeah, to not be able to control the situation so that you can...
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
it gets out of my hand. I mean, I cannot control it anymore.
Right. To mean it gets out of control. Perfect. Okay, so the party got out of control, so we had to call the police. Okay, excellent. Questions about this one? Okay, let's go to the next.
Yeah, I have a question.
Oh, go ahead. No problem.
Is it only about situations, like different situations?
As
you cannot say it
to...
about a person or something.
Yeah, we usually use it for situation. But that's a good question. I'm thinking if there's any case in which we use it for a person, but I think we don't use it for people.
What about for like children? We cannot use it?
Maybe if there were a lot of children, the children's party got out of hand, or the children's game got out of hand, but we won't use it for the children. The children got out of hand.
Excuse me.
Yeah?
Excuse me. It's the same to say it is not under control anymore.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
We get out of hand to get out of control. We don't have control over the situation anymore.
Okay.
Okay, very good. Good questions. Any other questions? Okay, let's go next to road rage. Road rage. And Saeed, would you read this one for us? You might have to unmute your microphone because we can't hear you now, but if you click the microphone icon above the Verbling chat, then we'll be able to hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can hear you.
Okay. Road rage. I don't like driving with Gary. He has sorry, I don't know what is mean.
Okay, no problem. So we have the term road rage. I don't like driving with Gary. He has terrible road rage. So anybody in the class, what does road rage mean?
Rage is when you are like angry or something, or rage, isn't it?
Right, rage means anger, extreme anger. So what do you think road rage is?
Aggressive driving.
Okay, crazy driving.
Bad driver.
Not necessarily a bad driver.
No.
But okay, yeah, it could be aggressive. So
angry driver.
Right, somebody who gets really angry when they're driving. So maybe a car cut them off, a car cut in front of them, and they roll down their window and start screaming at the other car, and they're just yelling the entire time. Okay? So
it's a nervous driver.
Right, maybe somebody who's nervous, but they always get really, really angry, so they're screaming the whole time they're driving.
Agitated. Okay.
Okay, so do we understand road rage? Do you have any friends that have really bad road rage?
No.
Yes, I do.
And what do they usually do? What do your friends that have road rage usually do when when you're driving?
Sorry, they just can't stay behind other cars. They have to overtake everybody, and you know, they just can't stay behind.
Right, exactly. Okay, perfect. So this road rage is this extreme anger that some people get when they're driving. All right, let's go to the next one. To get a kick out of something. And we have Siraj, are you there?
Yes.
Great, welcome to the class. Would you like to read this one?
Okay. To get a kick out of something. To get a kick out of reading science fiction novels.
Okay, excellent, excellent. So what do you think it could mean, Siraj, to get a kick out of something?
To drop.
Like
to drop some. To
really?
leave. To drop.
To leave immediately.
Okay, not to leave, not to leave.
To drop, no,
to drop something? Is that what you said, Vincent? Not exactly, not exactly. What do you think it means to get a kick? In this case, the person in the sentence gets a kick out of reading science fiction novels. So what do you think it could be? Any ideas? Rest of the class?
Perhaps the person is fed up or something. No.
Okay, not that they're fed up, Vincenzo. Andrew, did you have one?
Yes, Frank Sinatra saying, I got a kick out of you, to say that the woman impressed him and he was passionate about her.
Okay, yeah.
To be impressed and like something.
Exactly. Yeah. To be impressed or to like something. So it's a good thing to get a kick out of something. Zinab, did you have a question?
I don't know if I really understood the thing really. So if, for example, I got a kick out of reading science fiction novels, it might be also said like I get addicted to science fiction novels, like in a good way. Is that true?
Yeah, I wouldn't say so much as addicted, but just to like something or to really enjoy something.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
What about this expression? What makes you tick?
Okay.
Is that similar?
It's kind of the opposite.
Is it?
Yeah,
right.
It's my opposite. It's the opposite of my idea. Okay.
So something that makes you tick is something that really annoys you or really makes you angry.
I thought it was the other way around. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So if you get a kick out of something, it means that you really enjoy it. So I get a kick. Yeah. So I get a kick out of maybe teaching English. I really enjoy teaching English. Okay. Vincenzo, did you have a question?
Yes, but when you get a kick, for example, you get a kick to a balloon. I get a kick to a balloon. Is it right?
Using it in a different context, you mean? To kick the balloon?
Kick the balloon is to give with your feet, with your foot, to move the balloon, or not?
Right. Then you just say, I kick the balloon.
I kick the balloon. Okay, so it seems that I want to give something out of me, no? In this, but this is the opposite in this sense.
Right. So we're not. Remember that we changed the way that we use the word. The word kick is used in other contexts, but using and by adding all of these words changes the meaning.
Okay, it's very strange. Okay. Okay.
Okay, very good. Any other questions?
I want to know that to get a kick out of something is a good way or bad way.
It's a good thing. It means to enjoy something.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, very good question. Other questions? Okay, very good. And if you have other questions at the end, you can review them. So next we have this one, to jump the gun. To jump the gun. And let's see. We have, is it Type? Help me with your name. Are you there? Okay, we'll go next to Vincenzo. Could you read this one for us?
Now, to jump the gun. Thomas jumped the gun and asked Catherine to marry him. She wasn't sure what to say. So, I mean, perhaps he tried to overcome some problem or to face something. I don't know.
Okay. Ideas? Other ideas?
No, I don't know.
To do something too fast. Too soon.
Yeah.
Exactly.
How did you say?
Precipitate.
To do something instantly.
Right. To do something instantly. To do something too quickly. Okay. So Thomas jumped the gun. He went into this really fast and asked Catherine to marry him. Okay.
Yeah,
So maybe they'd only known each other for 2 days, and he jumped the gun and asked her to marry him.
It means also to precipitate, right?
Sorry, Zinan, can you say again?
To precipitate.
Okay. I don't know.
Precipitate?
Precipitate. But I don't know if that in.
Like you mean to rain?
Can you say that in English?
To accelerate.
Accelerate.
Oh, to accelerate. Okay, yeah. So again, to accelerate or to go very quickly.
Excellent.
Okay. Where do you think that this idea comes from, to jump the gun? Where does this phrase come from?
The gun is a pistol, you know? Or
Right, the gun is a pistol.
So, it's a danger, to overcome a danger.
Okay, it's not to overcome something, it's to go too quickly. To jump the gun means to start something too quickly, or to do something.
Yes, I know.
So where do you think that the phrase comes from?
From the Western?
Say again?
From the Western, people were wearing
the Western.
Could be.
So
could be.
They striving for yes or no.
Yeah.
Okay. I think when I think of this phrase, you know when they have races, and I'm gonna take the screen share off just for a second. When they have races and they have a gun that they shoot in the air to tell you when to start.
Okay.
Okay, so when they shoot it in the air, it means start. But to jump the gun means to go before they shoot the gun. Okay?
It's a false starting.
Right. So before the race even starts, you're already going. So it means to jump that gunshot.
Okay.
Let me put that back up. So that's to jump the gun. And let's see. Other questions about this one? Okay, let's go next to be out of line. And Zina, can you read this one?
Okay, to be out of line. Mark's comment was out of line. He shouldn't have said that. It wasn't. He didn't have to say that. Maybe he said something impolite. Maybe.
Right, right. So he could have said something impolite or inappropriate.
Yeah, or something that he doesn't have to say.
Right, exactly. Okay, so something that's out of line is maybe inappropriate or out of order, unnecessary. Okay, so it's usually some sort of bad behavior. So in this case, his comment was rude or impolite.
Okay. Not something that is not according to the topic.
Right, it's not different from the topic. It means something that's rude or inappropriate.
Rude. Okay.
So another example that you could use this, it could mean just to have bad behavior. So the child's actions were out of line, meaning they were not being respectful. They might not be listening to the teacher. Okay, so it just means to be out of order or
impolite.
Right, impolite, behaving badly.
Okay.
Okay, good. So remember, if you think about a line, we want everybody to be orderly in a perfect line. And when somebody is out of that line, it means they're not following the orders.
Okay.
Okay. Questions about this one?
No. No.
Okay, next we have to be second to none. Second to none. Andrea, could you read this one? I think you might be muted, Andrea.
Was it with me?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
To be second to none, I think it means doesn't exist nothing better than this one. Okay. Like the apple pie in this restaurant is second to none. There is no other restaurant that makes apple pie better.
Exactly. Perfect. Perfect. So this apple pie is second to none, meaning there's nothing better. This is the number one thing, in this case, pie. Okay, excellent.
Does it come from the result of a game or something like that? Second to none? Is it like a game result or something like that?
Okay, more or less. So if you think about it, if it's second to something else, it means that something is first and it comes second. But in this case, it's second to none. There's nothing that this pie would be second to. It's always in first place.
Nothing like this.
Right. Nothing like it, nothing better than it.
Nothing better than this. Nothing better than this.
Okay. Very good. Other questions? Okay, let's go to the next one. And this one's really useful. We use this one a lot to put something on the back burner. Eliana, would you read this one for us?
The project was put on the back burner while the company focused on more immediate problems.
Okay, very good. What do you think it means to put something on the back burner, Eliana?
Maybe that it's not so important, so they focus on something else before.
Exactly, exactly. It's not so important, so they're focusing on something else. Perfect. And where does this phrase come from? What does it mean literally to put something on the back burner?
I know.
Is it from cooking or something?
Yeah, tell us about it, how it could be related to cooking.
Yeah, because if you make, for example, the sauce and then you are ready with the sauce, you just put it on in the back of the stove, like, I don't know. And then you start to make the meatballs or whatever you're doing.
Right, exactly. So on a stove, you have typically 4 burners, right? You have the burners that are in the front and the 2 burners in the back. And the ones that are in the front are the ones that you're focused on because you can access them. And when you're done with one, you put it on the back to keep it warm, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, exactly. So this one is directly related to cooking, and you explained that perfectly. Okay, any questions there? So let's go next to pull one's weight. To pull one's weight. And Maria, could you read this one?
Yes. Lisa had to work extra hard because the other team members weren't pulling their weight.
Okay, very good. So what does it mean to pull one's weight? Maria?
To do one's work or one's job, I think. One's part.
Exactly, exactly. To do one's part. So the other team members weren't pulling their weight or doing their part. Perfect. Questions? Okay, very good. We have one more before we review. So if you want to look back at these and think of examples that you had, go ahead and do that. Mario, would you read this one?
To twist somebody's arm. I really had to twist my sister's arm together to pick me up from the airport.
Okay, good. Any ideas? What does it mean to twist somebody's arm, Mario?
So maybe you try hard to convince her to get to that she pick you up. So you try hard to convince her to get her to pick you up from the airport.
Right, right. So you're trying very hard to convince her, trying really hard to make her pick you up. So you need her to do this for you, but she doesn't want to. So you have to do a lot of different things to convince her to do something. And we have in the chat some good examples. To force, it's not exactly to force somebody, but it's close. You're trying to figure out how can you make somebody do something for you. So you have to strategize to twist somebody's arm. Okay, very good. Or to put pressure on somebody. That could be it too. Questions about this one? Okay, very good. So let's go ahead and review. We have about 10 minutes, so we're going to go back over some of the ones that we learned in the beginning. Again, if you have any questions, now is the perfect time to ask them. And I'm going to post this link again in the chat just in case you want to look through it and see if there are any specific questions that you have. Okay, so the first one was off the top of one's head. Off the top of one's head. And let's see, we have Natalia, how are you? Are you there, Natalia? Okay, let's see, let's go to Suraj. Are you there, Suraj?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. So we're reviewing these. Would you like to give us an example sentence using off the top of one's head? And if you don't remember it, it's okay. Your classmates, I'm sure, will help you.
I don't know.
Okay, no problem. So classmates, what does this one mean? Off the top of one's head.
That means so you have something in mind, but you can't remember.
Exactly, exactly. So what could an example sentence be? How could you use this in an example? Anybody?
I wanted to make a cake, but I couldn't think of one off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect, perfect. So you couldn't think of how to make it off the top of your head. Okay, excellent. So you know something somewhere, but you can't remember it at the moment. Okay, perfect. Next we have to be fed up with something. Okay, to be fed up.
Excuse me, teacher. Excuse me, teacher.
Sure.
About the off of my head. Can you return to the off of my head?
Sure.
The half of my head, like of the. You have before to say off the top of my head or one's head. You have to put the sentence in the negative form, or not?
Oh, you could say I could think of something off the top of my head.
It's always negative.
Or negative.
What did you say?
It can be positive or negative. Okay, so you can say, I'll think of something off the top of my head. That's not negative. You can use it both positively and negatively.
Can you repeat the sentence, please?
Right, and I'll type it in the chat as well. Okay.
Okay.
So I said, I'll think of something off the top of my head.
Yes. This is it's preceded from a positive verb.
Right. Right.
Verb.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I think of something off the top of my head.
Right. So it can be positive and negative.
Positive and negative. Thank you.
Good question. Okay, let's see. Next we have to be fed up with something. And Vincenzo, could you give us an example here?
To be I'm fed up, and then there is fed up. I'm fed up with my dog because he is always barking.
Okay, very good, very good. So you're fed up with your dog, tired of him, you're done with him, right?
I can't stop him. What do you say? I can't stop him of barking, or not?
From barking.
I can't stop from barking. Oh, thank you.
Right. Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. So to be fed up with something means to be completely tired and done with it. Okay. Excellent. Questions there? Okay, next we have firsthand. Firsthand. Zainab, could you give us an example?
Yeah, for example, when something happened and you were there at first, at the exact time when that thing happened, you can say, I saw it firsthand. Like, you saw it at the exact time when it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right, right. So you were there. Maria, you put in the chat an eyewitness. That's a good phrase to put. Somebody who's an eyewitness saw something firsthand.
Yes, yes. It's very important for a witness. For witness.
Mm-hmm. Very good, very good. Okay,
next. And witness.
Next we have to get out of hand. And Andrea, could you give us an example?
Get out.
You asked me, yes?
Yes.
Okay, because I can't understand when you say my name. Sorry.
Am I saying it wrong?
It's Andrea.
It's Andrea?
Okay, thank you.
Oh, very good, very good. Tell me if I say it wrong, anybody. I'd like to say it right.
Okay. To get out of hand. Okay. My car got out of hand, so it went off the road. Is it correct?
Okay. Right, so it means to
I was running and my car went out of hand.
Right,
No.
right.
I lost control of my car.
Mm-hmm. For your car, we wouldn't typically use this one to get out of hand.
Okay.
It sounds a little bit strange. So it's usually used for a situation.
Okay.
For a person.
Not for a person,
No.
for a situation.
Situation.
Also for a situation. Not when a person is impolite or something like that.
Right.
A bad person. Not
Right. So
only.
this one, to get out of hand, we use for a situation. So what kind of situation, Andrea, would you say got out of hand?
Hand. I can't remember off the top of my head right now.
Very good. That's okay, because you said another one. Okay. What if you wanted to say, if you wanted to use something about cars, you could say the traffic got out of hand. Okay, because that's a situation that you're.
Or, for example, the class got out of hand, and I had to call the director of courses. Is okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the class got out of hand, and you had to call the director. Perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Excellent. Excellent. Did you have a question?
The
Vincenzo?
crowd got out of hand. Yes, the same when there is a lot of person, the crowd get out of hand is the same. The crowd. No, not the crowd.
Mm-hmm. The crowd. If you have a lot of people, the crowd can get out of hand.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
It could be a protest demonstration, for example.
Right, exactly. So that's like an event, some kind of big group of people you can use for get out of hand as well.
I have a question.
Okay.
It's like more general question. If this is informal phrases or formal, I mean, could you use it in writing, for example, or is it just what you use when you speak?
Most of these you can use in writing. They're not extremely informal.
Okay.
So let me just look at the list really quick. Yeah, all of these are used both formally and informally.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can see these in writing as well as in conversation.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, excellent question.
Excuse me. So this idiom can be used also in writing, normal in writing, as in conversation.
Right, exactly. And when I say they're formal, I don't mean that you wouldn't see them in some sort of technical paper or anything like that. They're still conversational, but you will see them in writing. Okay.
Okay.
And that's a good question. Good to know.
It's very strange for it's very strange for me because to me, very because I thought that it's strange to use some idioms in normal writing.
Right. Some of them are used more like slangs and more in conversation. But a lot of them are so integral to the language that we use them in writing as well. All of these are very integrated into the language. So usually we don't even think of them as idioms. Native speakers, we just say them. We don't think that they're idioms. Okay? So I think there are other things like when pigs fly, it's raining cats and dogs. These things are a little bit more strange to see in writing. However, these ones are very commonly seen throughout the language.
Okay.
Okay, and that's an excellent question. But for right now, we'll stop here since the class is just about up. But again, that presentation is in the Verbling chat. So if you do want to return to the chat and go over some of the ones that you learned today, then go ahead. So thank you all for coming. And
Thank you.
I can see Vincenzo. Is that the dog that you're fed up with?
No, I don't want. What did you say? No, I'm not fed up with you, with your lessons.
Okay, excellent. I'm glad. I hope you got a kick out of it, right? Did you get a kick out of it?
It was a pleasure.
Too, yeah.
No, yes.
Okay, everyone.
I want to kick out. It was a pleasure. I don't want to say, yeah, I'm fed up.
Okay, excellent. Everyone take care, and I'll see you soon, okay?
Bye.
Okay, bye.